The West Asian war is now raging on. Conflict is widening by the day. Now the battlefield has shifted to oil. Iran is escalating by targeting critical energy infrastructure across the region. Reportedly, drones have now struck Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan pipeline in Georgian territory, a strategic energy corridor that carries Azerbaijani crude across the Caucasus to Turkey's Mediterranean coast. This pipeline supplies approximately 30% of Israel's oil needs. This development comes a day after ballistic missile was reportedly fired toward Turkey, allegedly aimed at crippling an oil terminal. Now, regional sources indicate that the drone strike was designed to hit a vulnerable segment of the pipeline network, a calculated attempt to disrupt the supply chain at its weakest point. Observers say that Iran did not stop at threatening the Strait of Hormuz. Instead, it appears to be now widening the theater, moving methodically from Gulf waters outward into Caucasus and towards the Mediterranean. Energy analysts describe this as a staged escalation targeting infrastructure in increments, increasing economic pressure step by step rather than triggering an immediate full-scale energy shutdown. Analysts warn that sustained attacks on production fields and pipeline networks could push global oil prices into the range of $90 to $100 per barrel. In fact, attention is now shifting to other high-value energy assets that remain untouched, including Saudi Arabia's east-west pipeline that bypasses Hormuz, Iraq's offshore loading platform handling about roughly 3.5 million barrels per day, and Abqaiq processing hub, which stabilizes the majority of Saudi crude before export. Experts say if these facilities were hit in sequence, global strategic petroleum reserve would struggle to absorb the shock. Iran has endured decades of sanctions and economic isolation. Analysts suggest that Tehran may be betting that economies dependent on uninterrupted energy flows will feel the strain faster, potentially forcing diplomatic pressure before military escalation peaks. The situation remains volatile and critical, with profound implications for global energy markets and regional stability. Focus of the war is now shifting to other high value, in fact, energy output. The Saudi east-west pipeline could likely be targeted if this operation were to scale up step by step. The battle is now shifting to oil instead of a physical war. Iran is escalating its target on critical energy infrastructure across the region. We now have reports that drones have struck Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan pipeline in Georgian territory, which is a strategic energy corridor that connects and carries Azerbaijani crude across the Caucasus to Turkey's Mediterranean coast. The pipeline supplies approximately 30% of Israel's oil needs, and the development comes a day after a ballistic missile was reportedly fired towards Turkey. Regional sources indicate that the drone strike was designed to hit a vulnerable segment of the pipeline network.